Literally, it's been 90% done.
Yeah.
For the longest. It's just.
So, but we're gonna start with like the background.
Dante White, stage name, Young Drastic. Came from a family that bases a lot of stuff around like music. Music's always been around me since as far as I can remember. I started writing rhymes when I was about 9 years old, and that stemmed from my dad's mom, my grandmother, when she passed away. You know, that was really hard for me to like deal with, because she was like she was a glue for like all the family. In order for me to deal with it, started, you know, writing raps. I have no idea why, but it just kind of happened. I think it was more just that's how I was able to channel my emotions and stuff. I mean, my music's for everybody. You know, music is for everybody. I hope, you know, you find something you like within what I'm making. I always think I'm reaching like, you know, my age group, you know, female or male. You know, I always feel like I'm reaching them, but then when I actually look at like the numbers, I'm reaching at the very youngest, probably like mid-high school to like college level, to maybe even a little bit out of college, maybe to like get into like 30s.
How many songs have you created? Like,
oh, since I started, probably at least 300 total, and about half of that hasn't been released. And I've never really focused on how much music I made. I just kind of would have an idea for a project, and then I would just make songs I would think fit within it, and then at the end of it all, I would like pick and choose which ones. I've done a decent amount of mixtapes, like at least 12, but like most of them you probably won't find. You'll probably have to ask people like in school, like if you have a burnt CD or something of it. My all-time favorite, besides like this album I'm about to put out, Immortal, that I put out in 2013, because that actually kind of woke people up, at least locally, well, at least like in Indie land. A year or two after that, this project Neo, for the just melody-wise, I thought that was like my best. But yeah, those are probably my two favorite. And then Good Third, which is slept on, the mixtape that me, Drew, and Paul did, the Dead Boys mixtape. That has some gems on there. And it doesn't say my age or anything, so I threw it in towards the end, you know, as like a, you know, to honor him and everything, and like dedicate a track to him. So I thought that was dope. Like, yeah, like right there. It's not like I have like a natural talent for this. This is more like I'm gonna do what I want. It's more just I'm gonna do what I want to do. And I was like, and I want to do this, and nobody's gonna tell me I can't do it or and be good at it. And I was like, I'm going to be good at this. I'm always gonna consider myself like to be decent. Or I'm gonna at least try to make myself like decent on a consistent basis. So I said to, you know, keep up with everybody that actually has this as like a natural gift, I gotta put in the extra work. I know a few musicians who they're just they're naturals, like they just got it. And I'm like, damn, I need to be able to stand on the same level that they're on. And the way to do that is just take my computer, do things like take my computer everywhere, like work, like editing long hours and recording verses like 35 times and having like 20 different mixes of like each song, each a little bit different than the last one, until I get it to at least what I would consider perfect at that point in time. It's coming soon, as sooner than what people think. So I'd like definitely, when I finished I was like, this has some like dark twisted fantasy vibes a little bit. It's nothing close to that magnitude, but you can see the little influences. The latest project, Popular, Unpopular. Yeah, basically that's like, it's like my detox now, because I got people asking me, you know, when it's gonna drop.
It does get a little loud in the middle part.
Yeah, that's because I have to level out like the vocals.
But yeah, besides that,
I realized my vocals were messed up. not too damaged, but it was because I had a messed up audio box, but I worked with what I had. Like, see, like I'm telling you, like some of these, like I'm not. That's why, like, I'm taking so much time. I managed to save all the vocals, so now it's just getting levels and stuff right. Yo, I'm working on it. I was like, everything has to be leveled out and has to be right, because when you listen to like even the unfinished product, you can tell there's so much potential in there. That's why I'm like, nope. All right. Well, I'm not the most popular kid in school, but the popular kids know me. Like, they know of me, they speak to me, like I'm kind of cool with everybody. So I was like, why don't I just call it Popular and Popular? I wasn't ready to, like, I knew that I wanted to make it, but I didn't know what I wanted it to sound like and what I really wanted to say on that album. I have pretty much everybody on there. Like this dude K-Win, probably that's like my rap rival. Like, we're friends and we're cool, but that's like the one dude, like, from the jump I had heard his music and I'm like, all right, I gotta be just as good as this dude. And I got Kieran on there with K-Win, and then I got Drew on there. Drew was on like my second mixtape. Me and him did like a remix to Nike's On My Feet, and then we hadn't done really any song until like the Dead Boys mixtape came through with a verse, and so he's on there. This other kid named Drew, but he goes by Drew Famous. He's like, if I was white and if I was better than what I was when I was like 17 or 18, that's what he's like. And Greg, of course, that goes without saying. Greg's on like a good amount of my shit. Just if I need some guitar shit, if I need some like good guitar playing, you know, to fit whatever the fuck I'm talking about, Greg always comes through. Even sometimes he'll come through like with a hook or something, and it always match what I'm doing. So like I got all my like friends on there pretty much. I think I'm finally ready to like finish completely writing it and then just working on every aspect of it. And then by the time I finished it, it was actually my 21st birthday. I had finished the very last song. Well, I'm pretty sure I had like a sinus infection or something, but I finished the very last song on my birthday, and then after that it was just mixing and making sure I got personal stuff out the way and just making sure everything was right. But yeah, it's on the way. It's definitely my best work, but like I said, every artist says that. So like, I'm just gonna when it actually is out, I'm gonna let people, you know, be the judge. But I think it's my best work.